about STLP, but this session isn't really focused specifically on STLP. This has a major focus on how we started a student news program at our school, how it's developed, and how we started a help desk program this year. And I have done a lot of groundwork in the background. So this idea kind of started this summer. I'm going to talk about the news program first. Before I do that, though, let me do the introduction so I don't forget. I'm Jennifer Emberton. I teach 6th grade at Franklin Simpson Middle School. I sponsor STLP. And I have a couple other clubs as well. Our STLP club has grown every year, and I'm very thankful for that. And I'm thankful for the students that take part in STLP. So I'm just a typical teacher telling you how I've got started with this process. Okay, so I'm going to let my students introduce themselves. I have brought 3 students are from the student news program, and then I have one of my IT cats who, you can tell she's over here, she knows, hey, this is my thing, she knows. And I'm going to let them do an introduction. Danielle, do you want me to let them go first? Is that okay? Okay.
Well, we're the student news. I'm looking forward.
I'm Kinsley Lake. I'm Kevin Predigo.
And basically, we do everything like normal news, just a lot shorter and minus all the drama and everything around the school. Really, sports
What's happening
that week or week.
maybe doing the weather. Interview people. We've been interviewing people today about what's going on, and then we'll go on our newscast that's going this Friday.
Okay, thank you guys, that was good. And I'll give you guys a chance to ask them questions directly and interact more with these guys later. Danielle?
I'm from Cats. I'm Danielle Lake, and all we do is help teachers hook up their student computers. And over the summer, we came and hooked up all their new teacher computers.
So she interacts with the technology. Danielle's not really, we're going to have to kind of warm her up to this because she's normally a very quiet type of person. I think she's okay with me telling you guys that. So we'll kind of go easy on her with asking the questions. I know that takes a lot. Thank you for introducing yourself like that. You will not have any trouble getting the information out of these guys. So these fire away. So today what we're going to talk about is the session. I'm going to start by covering the basics of the school news program. Things like logo creation, identifying goals and missions, creating the basic formats for students to use, software and home of our student news program. Slow down just a little bit, Danielle. And then I will talk about implementing a basic student help desk program, how to get that started. We had student news last year. This is our first year for the help desk program. So there's a little bit more details that went into the help desk program. I feel more comfortable designing the help desk program as opposed to the news program, specifically because I have a little bit more background knowledge when it comes to types of troubleshooting and help desk issues and things like that. And of course, one more time, if you follow this session on Twitter, and I'll try to tweet out resources at 270 STLP. Okay, ready to talk about the news? Let's talk about the news. So where to get started? That was kind of the big thing. Where to get started? And I have to build up engagement in myself as well as with everyone else. So the first thing I did was I knew that this program that I was creating had to have an address. So I gave it an email address because thinking through this, anything that I did with the student news, I'm going to, if I sign up for YouTube under the student news, if I sign up for any other Dropbox, where I'll need to put in maybe the different clips they're doing, they need to have an address. I can't continue to use, my email address, and I want something a little bit more organized. Logo creation, something that really grabbed the students' attention, and something that I want them to go in and maybe change later. Identifying goals and missions, and then creating the basic formats for students to use. Logo creation. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to talk about each one of these. In the logo creation, this happens to be the logo creator I used. You can see the price tag on that, $33. you may not want to spend, I think there was actually I probably got not the full version, this is probably the full version, because I don't think I spent that much, but I did spend out of pocket money getting that logo creator. Simply because I wanted something easy. Sometimes, it's worth it to save a little bit of time, and I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel when I was doing this. So I got the logo creator and created the design that you've seen up front. I knew that I wanted this logo on any forms that I sent out. I wanted to give my students a trademark and say, here you are, this is your place. I know I wanted to put it on the website. Okay, going down. So after I created the logo, and while I was creating the logo, it was kind of just fun for me, I started identifying the purpose. And here was my thinking, so I'm just modeling to you what I thought about as I did this. This is the same thing I do in the classroom. I kind of talk to myself a little bit. Okay, so I'm thinking about the school's need for a news program. Like, what do they actually need in it? I thought about how the school's mission is going to work with that news program. Then I developed these applications, and keeping in mind that mission and the need, like what students, if my school needs this, then what type of students do I need? So I sent out applications that were with my STLP group / news program, and then I selected the students and we started having our student meetings. Now at this point in time, I had ideas, but my ideas do not go very far. I really was more interested in the students' ideas. So we had a meeting the end of last year to kind of reevaluate, and I had almost a whole new group of students, and to really say, what do you want to do with the news this year that was different from last year? Because last year we only had a few programs that were put out. So they voiced their ideas and their opinions, and that's when we started to come up with the goals and the missions, the goal and the mission behind that. Scrolling down. Thank you. Okay, so this was my end. This is something I did for the students. These guys need guidance when they're first starting out. In designing these, I searched the internet and found any student news program that I could find, that I could take any resource from and kind of mesh together to make something work for my students and my school. That's what I was looking for. I was just searching for ideas. And I came up with a whole lot of great ideas, and there's a lot of great information that was out there. So I'm going to show you these in just a minute. This is like the starter script. But mainly I knew that these kids were not just going to come in and say, okay, I know exactly what I'm going to do with this. I had a lot of 6th and 7th graders because it was a new program. So I needed to give them a starting point, and then they could grow from there. So this is kind of their starting point. If you will click on the starter script, show them that dot. And I made these editable, so you can pull them up, click open. Yeah, you got it. So you can go in and edit these to whatever. It should. I don't think these are in PDF. Well, obviously they're not PDF, but yeah. So this is what the guys look at. They come in. I guess I should have said this first. We set meeting times, which is Tuesday and Thursday mornings. Our principal wanted a news show out every other week. So we're meeting on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesday is the day we shoot, Thursday is the day we edit. So we shoot and we edit and we modify that as we go. Tuesdays, a lot of times what ended up happening is they would come in and they would fill out this script, scroll on down. So they would decide who was going to be the announcers, what news they were going to cover for that day, the club spotlight, and they would fill in this information, and then pretty much time was up. And then we would meet again on Thursday morning, and then we would go around and we would video record the teachers, or then all they had to do was stand in front of the camera and read off what they had created with their script. So they're creating the news, but I'm giving them a starting place for that. If you're a high school teacher here, I don't know how many high school teachers we have. Any high school teachers? Okay. If you're a high school teacher, you are obviously, I don't know where your students are, but you may want to use something more advanced than this. Even with my 8th graders, these guys are in 7th grade, and next year they'll probably be designing these on their own. I hope they will, but this was just their starting point. If you're an elementary teacher, any elementary teachers in here? Okay, elementary, perfect. Just have the kids fill in the blank, you can even make them shorter. I think this would be a perfect starting point. All right, exit that out. Close it out. Okay. And the interview script, I'm not going to have Daniel open that because that's essentially the same thing. And then at the bottom it just says home of our student news. I used YouTube because I take the video. It was easy for me to upload, and I embed that in the school website with all the privacy selected. No comments, no comments, no rating, and pretty much it plays within our school website. And then there's no videos that pop up at the end. That was my main thing. So if you'll scroll down, I'm going to show you very quickly. Go ahead and hit play. What one of these looks like.
A lot escaped, but several thousand are there.
Today's school spotlight is the new IT cast. Here's a short video for you to watch.
Okay, I'll let you watch this video because I want to talk about the IT cast thing. And then we'll stop the news. Was about to tell us the weather. This is a really cute video just to go back and view to get an idea. This actually has our parody of, what do we call it, Ready on there, and I think that's really cute. It's like a little music video that the teachers did, and that's just one of my personal favorite videos, so you guys can go back and view that later. But if we're going to scroll up, I think now talk about the IT cats. I'm trying to watch my time. I'm sorry, guys. I'll talk a little bit more quickly. There's a whole lot to cover in this one. Okay, so same stuff. Where to start? You guys can see my ideas through this. Same thing with logo creation. Scrolling in again. Okay, identifying my purpose. Now, this is actually a little different. I did think about the school's need for a help desk, the school's mission. I sent out an application for STLP students. Now, I selected this year because it was my first year. I selected the students that I knew were tech savvy. I did that. Next year, I'm thinking about tryouts, like some type of either coding tournament or something that's skill specific to whatever I'm looking for. Goals and missions were formed, student meetings, call to parents. Students participated in a training day program with help from our district technology members. And go ahead and hit play on this. This is the training video that I showed them that I filmed at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And you can hear my 2-year-old in the background. I'm pretty sure, at least one side. This is Narrable. It's a great resource to use if you guys haven't heard about Narrable. How does your STLP help keep track of technical issues in the school? Does your school provide technical support or a help desk for the school or district? Many technical students help their school and district with technology problems. The help can be as informal as quick repairs, troubleshooting in the classroom, or as formal as being part of a help desk. Many students offer informal support by assisting in the classroom or answering the call for technology assistance within the school. A help desk is a more formal support system which students assist with technology issues in the building. I'm in pause. The IT cats offer. Okay, it's going to go in. It's going to talk to you about the different things that we offer. This was played for the parents and the students on this training day because I was just giving them information on this is what we're doing. This is the purpose of what we're doing. These are the roles and this is what you're doing.